Besides sending the police, you might want to send an ambulance or a hearse.
Hello, Billy Ho here, coming at you 2023 AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. And we're ready to get started here in just a minute. Quick couple housekeeping things. First thing, hit that subscribe button. I really need the help there, and I always appreciate the support. Hit the like too. Join my DraftKings contest, 50 entries, top two paid. Number four, join the Discord. And lastly, check out the preview article. It's in the description, and I always post all this stuff in the comments. So you can get a good jump off to the week. It's a pretty good little article, and I preview dozen or more players, from the top end to the bottom end. Pricing's not out yet. It might come out today since we ended the tournament yesterday. Shout out Max Homa getting it done. That guy is just tough as nails, especially in California, where he just seems to be so comfortable. Fourth win in California, sixth overall, I think. So well done by him. And this week we're going to AT&T for the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. It's a full field event, and it's just like the one we had a couple weeks ago at Amex. It's a 54-hole cut. The exception is it's top 60 and ties and not 65, because this is a worse pro-am than that one, because at least CEOs and shit know how to play golf. These celebrities and stuff are just out there goofing off too much, and then these rounds take way too long. So anyway, Pebble Beach will hold two rounds, the iconic links, and I really hate that they hold this goofy pro-am here, because I would just love to see a 4-round or just like a 2-round like they do at Torrey, where you could play Spyglass once, or something like that, and then play Pebble the other 3 rounds. That would be too cool. Anyway, 2021, the tournament was not a pro-am. It played 54 holes at Pebble and Spyglass, just like I just mentioned. I wondered why that ticked off in my head. The weather in Pebble Beach is too early to tell, but it's AM upper 40s, highs upper 50s, some rain, and it's always possible for windy conditions. Now, speaking of the 3-course rotation, we have the Pebble Beach golf links, which is we'll save that for last. I'm just going to skim over Spyglass and Monterey. Spyglass and Monterey are each about par 72, 7,000-yard courses. Rye, POA fairways, 27 to 32 yards wide. They're not easy courses by any means, but I think the Monterey is the easier. Spyglass is more into the forest that's there, and it can be a little tricky. The first 5 holes start out kind of on the coast, and then it moves into that it's Del Monte forest. And then we have Monterey, which is par 71, and that's got the huge wide fairways and 6,000 square feet greens there. I believe 5,000 square feet on the on the Spyglass side. Now, Pebble Beach, we're going to get to in just a second. So let's go ahead and get it started. We're going to jump into it. Yeah. Pebble Beach is a beautiful link-style coastal course. It plays at 7,058 yards, par 72. It features ryegrass fairways, 33 yards wide, no problem hitting fairways. It's the greens that are the problem. They're 3,500 square feet on average. And so you're going to have some around the green, and some putting is is very difficult. And this is an absolutely pure second shot golf course, let me tell you. My favorite hole is this that par 5, where you have that blind second shot, and this is hole number 7, which is another awesome hole. It's just so beautiful out there over the ocean, and the flags blowing, and you can always fall off a cliff somewhere or another. It's just so very cool. But I just wanted to give you guys just sort of a look at this. I know Mayo did it on his research show, and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do that because it's just so beautiful. So we are going to get into some other stuff here right quick. All right, and that was actually the video on YouTube for the Pebble Beach by Jim Nance. I'm going to put the link in the description so you can go check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and go over my own key stats on the screen here, and then we're going to take a look at some stats provided by Rick Run Good while I'm talking. And we got strokes gained approach, and I think this is a wedge player's wet dream. Oh, by the way, the stats that you're seeing on the screen are for Pebble Beach only, and I'm kind of including some stuff for the other two courses, like total driving, which means you're going to need some distance on the other two courses. Obviously, strokes gained around the green, scrambling from the neighborhood of 20 to 30 yards, missing the greens to the right or the left. Because if the wind is up, it could blow you could be having some long bunker shots and whatnot. So sand saves is kind of interesting too. Strokes gained putting with a emphasis on POA, 3-putt avoidance, greens gained all day, opportunities gained, scoring stats, birdie or better, DraftKings scoring, all that kind of good stuff. So let's get into some golfers. And this is my article, so check it out. Links in the description, blah, blah, blah. And these are the contenders. So I put them up here, and obviously these are the top dogs: Hovland, Spieth, Fitzy, Tom Hoge, and Seamus Power. I think is a definite guy you can put up on this list. He's probably fifth out of the five, obviously, but I mean Victor's obviously just the ball striker extraordinaire. He scores, I put in my article, he scores like Michael Jordan at the Garden. He gets a lot of eagles. He gets a lot of birdie bonuses. He's a great guy to have in your DraftKings lineup. He finished T38 back in 2020, but we know he's come a long way since then. His one struggle is around the green, and that's, might hurt him here, which it probably cost him in 2020. He shot like a 77 on Sunday. So, but he's at the top of his game right now, and he's obviously a threat to win. I put Jordan Spieth up here. Dude obviously left bad taste in everybody's mouth with that cut miss at Sony, but he really killed me. I mean, it would have it cost me hundreds of dollars, and that's a lot to me, just from gambling wise. So anyway, I have to let that go because he's such a course horse here. He's got wins, he's got runners up, he's a top play. The guy, he can score too. When he gets his short game going, he can ram them in from 50 foot all day. We haven't seen him do that in a long time. That was the thing about Jordan, was he'd spray it all over the course, but then he'd somehow whack it on the green 45 feet out and make a birdie putt or chip it in off the green all the same. Matt Fitzpatrick, obviously last year's U.S. Open winner, just been getting it done over there on the DP Tour, heading over here now, and finished T6 at Pebble last year. His added distance off the tee will help on the other two courses. He maintains the accuracy, so he'll be fine on Pebble. Ranks 15th in total driving, which I like. And he has the short game, although POA is probably not his preferred surface, which he's more of a kind of a Bermuda guy, but he is a guy that I'm going to have in my pool. And Hollywood Hoagie, Tom Hoagie's last year's winner. He's an elite iron player, first in the field in approach, hit and miss on the greens, but he's positive on POA. And so around the green, he can struggle some too. But last year's win, I think, vaulted him into a player who can compete in weaker field events like this one, along with Seamus Power, his partner next to him here on my picture. He's kind of the same way. He's got a couple of wins in weaker field events. He's a great fit for Pebble Beach. Short game is good. He's not as short as you think anymore. He's added a hair bit of distance himself, but the short game is good. He can flat dial it in on approach. The best part of his short wedges can do some damage. Let's put it that way. I kind of jumbled that a little bit, but we love Seamus on courses. He doesn't need that distance off the tee because I think he gives up some accuracy along the way. Part two of my contenders list will have Mav McNeely. Improved his game over the last year, obviously making a ton of cuts. He's a good fit here, and it seems to bring out his best game on these smaller greens. He's pretty average tee to green, but he does his work, and he's awesome on POA. So he's going to get her done that way. He's got a big advantage in that department. Thomas Dietrich, kind of the same way. Birdie or better percentages up there. Bogey avoidance is in the top 5. He putts well on POA. Around the green game is solid, being a Euro guy. He ranks 4th in distance, so he can get it out there on the other 2 courses. Nothing wrong with him. Running back, he'll probably be fairly popular. He's starting to gain some steam. Lanto Griffin, welcome back, Lanto. I liked what I saw. I don't know about you all, but in his first event back, all the way from almost a year ago, the ball striking was good. He was in contention for 3 rounds until he lost. I believe he lost almost 3 strokes putting, which is rare for him. Shot 5 over Sunday at Farmers and then dropped down, but he would have been a top 15 finish first tournament back competing. I mean, that's really encouraging. Excellent iron player and very consistent putter. So he's in the pool. Jump on in, Lanto. Nick Hardy, my dude, always seems to come through. He's long off the tee. He's been consistent since his return, and I touted him at the Canadian Open out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden he's a guy that everybody likes to play. Ranked 2nd in approach. He's good on POA, long off the tee, but not super accurate. He ought to be able to club down at Pebble and be able to put himself in a spot to attack some pins. Getting it down low a little bit more, I'm running my boy Ben Griffin back. 10 of 11 cuts made, T31 at Farmers. Patience through a tough golf course like that for a young kid. Really good tee to green guy. He doesn't do anything outstandingly well, but he's up there in birdie or better in scoring categories is what we want for DraftKings. So he's gets down there. So I'm all good. My man Troy Merritt, volatile player. This dude he gets hot with the irons, hot with the flat stick. If he can put those 2 together, he's going to top 5 this week. He's got an elite course history here, which I wasn't really aware of. And he's a guy that not many in the DFS community play a lot. So I'm going to put him in the pool this week. Another guy, Kevin Streelman, who is a guy that I normally like to play, but he's so bad at putting, he just puts himself out, and he's really struggled. But he's had a pretty decent fall. So ball striking specialist, hits every fairway, knocks it on the greens, and his best surface is POA. So I haven't clicked his name in a long time, but 3 straight cuts in the fall. I got a good feeling he's going to do well this week. He did pretty well at Torrey, so made the cut and all that good stuff. Russell Knox, Runox. I really don't like him because he puts himself out of tournaments, but he seems to have improved that over the fall and last summer. He's 3rd in approach in the field, distance challenged, but it's not required for success at Pebble. And like I said, the putter has improved. So I think positive results, 9 of his last 12 events. And finally, Callum Tarrant, he's a guy I'll look at, but I'm not super high on. But I thought I would include him because he played pretty well last week. His POA splits are not good. He lost 3+ strokes in back-to-back years at Torrey, which is POA surfaces, and I kind of equate them to carry over into this event as well. So we'll see. I'm not going to count it against him because you can flip the putter, and I always like putters that lose a bunch of strokes in the previous event to bounce back. So I'm not mad at that. But I think that's all. We've covered quite a bit, and I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe and smash the like, join the contest, all that good stuff. Coming out with the DraftKings video this week sometime. And until we see you, thanks for watching.